Good morning, Manhattan, and welcome to Up the Hill with Jack and Jill. I'm your host, Jill, giving you Riverdale's latest updates from sports, construction, and so much more. Our top story today. The Lady Jays are gearing up for a big spring as the women's lacrosse team comes to a close on their fall ball season. The team, led by coach Katie McConnell, competed in 3 tournaments this fall, showing well at all 3. Introducing 8 new freshmen to the team, now totals 29 girls. The team just released their 2019 spring season schedule, with their home opener being on February 27th against LIU Brooklyn. Practicing 6 days a week, the squad is geared up for rivals such as Canisius, Iona, and Quinnipiac. Led by captains Molly Fitzpatrick, Nikki Preciano, and Emma Cation, the Jaspers are setting big goals for the season. Looking to improve their conference record, the girls are motivated and excited. With standout players such as Molly Fitzpatrick holding the record with 136 total career points, and goalkeeper Nikki Preciano, who is 4th in all-time saves in school history with a .438 save percentage. Big things are coming the team's way, and they are ready to make their mark in 2019. Be sure to follow the Manhattan women's lacrosse team at their first home opener. Next, in news around Riverdale, construction has been a big issue for residents alike. Here is Jillian Calandra to report more on this. Earlier this fall, improvements to the West 238th subway staircase began. The Manhattan-bound one-train platform closed to riders on September 4th due to the construction taking place. Repairs are expected to continue throughout the winter into the early 2019 year. The repairs consist of removing and replacing the old stairway entirely, along with the addition of new handrails, stair treads, and new risers. The stairway canopy, drain pipes, and gutters are also expected to be replaced, with the finalizing touches being the installation of a new lighting system. These changes are highly anticipated, as riders are now forced to catch a downtown train at neighboring stations, either at 242nd Street or 231st Street. The uptown 238th Street station remains open. However, there is no option for riders to cross platforms with the hope of going downtown. This poses as a major inconvenience for residents of the area of Riverdale.
It's really inconvenient because every time I want to take the train to go to the city, whether it's for my internship or to go shopping with my friends or go out, we have to either walk to the 242nd Street stop or all the way down to 231st Street. And it's the winter time, so it's really cold out.
On the one train has become kind of a hassle for me because it adds an extra 10 to 15 minutes on my commute, because then I end up having to walk, instead of just down the stairs out of OV, I have to walk down and around campus to the 242nd Street stop.
However, while this is an inconvenience to many, there is a hope that these renovations will make catching the one train at 238th Street more enjoyable.
Even though the construction that's going on now is an inconvenience, I think that it's going to benefit everybody who uses the one train, just because it's going to make that stop a whole lot nicer and a whole lot more efficient getting on and off the train.
The repairs are estimated to cost around $1.7 million. Eventually, both sides of the staircase will be improved and running smoothly and efficiently, but only time can tell how quickly this project can be completed. We now move a step backwards as we take a rather historical look at the growing issue on the Manhattan College campus: accessibility. Jack Melanson assesses the past and provides insight on the future of this problem surrounding current and future Jaspers.
In assessing Manhattan College's campus accessibility, mobile accessibility and educational accessibility both need to be considered. The college adheres to all of the mandates set out by the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, as well as those set out in the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, Section 504. ADA and Section 504 prohibit discrimination based on disability. ADA covers employment, state, government, public, and educational institutions, in which Manhattan College falls under. Construction on the Riverdale campus started in 1922, long before considerations of accessibility were legally necessary. The design for the campus resulted from a contest in which architects were asked to design into a rocky hillside, as the school wanted to keep excavation costs to a minimum. Keeping excavation costs to a minimum preserved the natural landscape of the area and kept the project more affordable. Now, however, the campus is flooded with staircases, leaving few paths for the navigation of disabled students.
There's been a history of Manhattan College with their accessibility, and the college has been aware of the fact that it has been an issue in the past. So it's still an issue today, even though that was in the 70s. The campus is still hilly. There's still not that many accessible routes around campus.
As construction around campus continued and as the Americans with Disabilities Act was introduced, the college became more conscious of making campus more accessible. However, this challenge is still not over for the college. Andrew Ryan, the current VP of Facilities, noted that although the college has come a long way, improvements are both necessary and on the way. For now, disabled students should highly consider the geography of the campus they wish to study at before making their big decision.
However, accessibility is not the only issue on campus. This past week, students received word that the college would now be implementing a policy that could potentially affect resident students at large. Before, it was rather a commonplace for students to find an apartment in Riverdale that was in close proximity to campus. Once students had a year to get acclimated with the neighborhood, finding an apartment with a group of friends in their second or third year was not only typical, but also cost-effective for families in many circumstances. With room and board prices rising to nearly $17,000 per year, living off campus in a Riverdale apartment has become ideal for a growing part of the campus community. Noticing this recent trend, the Manhattan College administration is currently working on a bill that will bind resident students to a minimum of 2 years in the residence halls. Whether that be common, suite, or apartment-style living, the college is attempting to restore their resident population. MC is not the first school to create a policy like this and hopes to benefit in ways similar to neighboring colleges within regulations. Please continue to watch this breaking story with us on our website or by following us at Up the Hill with Jack and Jill on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. That's all for today's show. Thank you once again for choosing Up the Hill with Jack and Jill. I'm Jill. Happy Thursday and happy holidays.